Hello, hope this video helps you to get ready for this next week of studying our parables. We're going to be teaching the kids about forgiveness, and we're going to be reading from Matthew 18:21 through 35, and our parable is the Unmerciful Servant. So, as you know, in the Unmerciful Servant, there was a servant who had a nearly impossible debt that he needed to pay back to the king. So, when the kids start coming into class, we're going to get them ready for this story by having them do some nearly impossible tasks, such as licking their elbow, lifting just one of their eyebrows, maybe touching their tongue to their nose, tickling themselves, things such as that. It's just going to be a silly time for activity and some fellowship and talking to the kids about doing nearly impossible tasks. So if you get finished with all those activities early and you don't have any other nearly impossible tasks that you need to do, you can go ahead and get started on your after the story time activity as well and start on those snowman verse hangers. So, but if you just want to spend this time at the beginning or maybe taking prayer requests, you can do that too. So, but if you have some extra time, go ahead and squeeze in some of your after story time activities as well. Then you'll transition right into story when it's time to go in there. And your connect question is, if you could buy anything in the world, what would it be? So we're going to be talking about somebody having a lot of money and what they would spend that money on. And then if you're the storyteller, you have kind of a cute way of telling the story if you'd like. If you bring along a cell phone, you can act like maybe one of your friends is texting you, and maybe you can talk to the kids about how you got in a fight with this friend, and now this friend is asking for your forgiveness, and you don't know what to do because it was a really bad argument. Just follow along with the script if you'd like to do it that way. If you have a better way to teach it, you can, of course, always teach that way as well. And we also, this whole month, have short video clips on the DVD that you can use to supplement your teaching as well. So you'll go through the whole thing and talk about how this servant was so blessed by the king that his huge debt that was almost impossible for him to repay was forgiven by the king. And then unfortunately, this servant who was forgiven of his debt went out and tried to get somebody else who owed him money put in jail for not repaying that money. So you can read the story and read the lesson, the parable that Jesus is giving us to teach us this great lesson, and you can watch the video as well to see if that's something that you'd be interested in teaching alongside of. Then you'll move right into worship and offering, and we're going to talk a little bit about how God forgave us. We're going to talk about the Psalm 23:6 and talk about how God wants us to help other people and give what we have and what we've been so blessed, and that'll move you right into your worship and offering. So as always, explain what the offering goes to and sing with those kids. Then you're going to do your blessing, and your blessing this week is out of Ephesians 4:32. And then after your blessing, you'll go right into your after story time activity and do the review questions. So this week, rather than do a game for a review, you just have a couple questions to do. You may want to consider just asking the questions while the kids are cutting out their verse, their snowman verse craft. So that in the interest of time, you may want to just do that along with the others. So you'll have those review questions, and then you'll also have a snowman cutout thing like this for everybody in your class to go ahead and cut out. If your campus coordinator has string and hole punches in there, then you can use them as just door hangers. What you'll do is have the kids cut everything out, and I already cut mine all out. The verse is written right on his tummy, so you can have the kids hang this on their door if they'd like to. I didn't put the hole punch or that in mind because I'm going to hang this on my refrigerator with a magnet, so I didn't need it. So however you do that, they might be a door hanger, it might be something that you'll just hang up at home, but just have the kids cut out everything. They can color whatever they'd like, and it will remind them of their verse all month long, and hopefully they'll hide that verse in their heart and be able to memorize that and recite that back to you. It's a great verse this month. If you finish up with that and you still have some time, obviously, you will want to go move into prayer time. So our prayer this week, we have several verses that we'd like the kids to look up in their Bibles, and they can discuss those together and then come together as a prayer time. And as always, write down in your journals things that the kids want to pray about. Maybe they have some things that they need to forgive others of, or something that they need to be forgiven of. And just spend that time getting to know the kiddos and writing down in your prayer journals And then if you have even some more time, I know I give you guys so much stuff. If you have more time left over, you can start on the Bible work, which will get us ready for next week, which is yet another parable, the parable of the workers in the field, and that's Matthew 21 through 16. 20, verse 1 through 16. Okay, so you can go ahead and start reading on that too, and have the kids mark those with some bookmarks, or even put their new verse door hanger or verse, like mine, it's just a little verse cut out, and they can put that in their Bible. So that's all for this week. I hope that this helps you to plan. If you teach younger kids, you may want to consider cutting out some of the snowmen ahead of time to help out. Really, it's an easy craft. They just cut, color, and glue it together. So thank you so much for all you do for children's. If you have any prayer requests or anything that you're in need of, just let your campus coordinator know, or you can let me know as well. So thank you so much. Have a very blessed week, and happy teaching this weekend, guys. Bye.